What's up, good people? It's your man DJ Swamp Thing. This is What Your Hustle, brought to you by Always Working Radio. This is a podcast where we're talking to both the business professionals and the artists of the world. And this time we are on the artist side, and I'm really, really, really excited about this particular interview. And if you follow me at DJ underscore Swamp Thing, or if you follow my guest, then you already know that we family. All right. So I'm not even gonna act like, what I mean, this family right here, okay? Been knowing this young lady for man, it's been probably about 2 years now or something like
Mhm.
that. But
Yeah.
and she has just continued to continue to blossom, continue to do great work, pull out great music, and just man, I'm telling you, if you don't know this name by now, trust me, you're gonna know it real soon, ladies and gentlemen. Nyasia Chane'l. What's up, family?
Hello, how are you?
What's the good word? How are you?
Oh, I'm just living like Larry, you know what I'm saying? We're just out here, we're getting it.
Clearly getting it. No worries, no worries at all. Clearly getting it. It is all good. So let
Um,
everybody know what your hustle. What is it that you do? As if the people don't know already.
well, hello, you guys. My name is Nyasia Chanel. I'm an R&B singer from upstate New York, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I like to make good, relatable music that resonates with I feel like it could resonate with anybody
hmm,
who has ever gone through, certain experiences. And even if you haven't gone through certain experiences, it's okay because I got you. You know what I'm saying?
hmm.
But I like to traditionally make R&B music, but I also am in other genres as well. We're in reggae, Afrobeat, dance hall, pop.
Yep,
All feel good music, feel good vibes.
the whole 9 yards. And I'm glad you started off with that because I definitely wanted to dive into your versatility, right? Like you just can tap into any type of R&B. I mean, you named a bunch now. Why or how does that happen? Is this on purpose to be dipping and dabbling into different parts of R&B? Is it just your style? Like, give us a little bit of background on all of this gumbo you got going.
That's just me. Honestly, I feel like my personality already is super versatile. So I feel like my music should reflect that as well. Like, I really don't like to be put in a box, you know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like once you're put in a box, there's certain limitations to your creativity. And I feel like for myself, I don't want to limit myself. So I'm always trying new, different sounds,
Mm,
new, different tones with my voice because your voice is an instrument. So
yeah.
you play it how you want to play it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I like to really just hone in and just be my best version of myself because I
Yeah.
change every day. Okay. Like I learn something new about myself every day. I change as an artist every day. So, um, I like to, just have fun with this. This whole thing is fun for me.
Yeah.
So, I like to be able to express different creativity uh sounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I want to back it up a little bit. And this is going to be redundant. I know you get this a lot when you do interviews, but uh, for the sake of our audience,
Mm-hmm.
your beginnings, like how did this even start? Because if you look at, for somebody who doesn't know you and they look at your social media presence, they look at your catalog, they listen to the music, obviously there's a lot of professionalism and growth, right? And experience and expertise, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you had to
Mm-hmm.
start from somewhere. So, how did this all come about?
Okay, so if we're gonna be technical, I've been singing since I was a little girl, like around 4 years old.
Mhm.
And my grandfather, I mean, not my grand, well, it's my grandfather's brother, but his brother had a church, and so I really started there, just going there. My grandmother had a church as well, so I was just in between, doing everything and stuff like that. So they know I could hold a note. Was
Right.
it on key? Probably not. Who knows? You know what
Right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right.
They were a very encouraging crowd of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would be like, "Yeah, go ahead." So I started there, but throughout like high school and stuff, I was just singing and stuff like that. Like I learned to actually like make the note sound good once I got into chorus. So shout out to my chorus teacher, Miss Barber, because she helped me be able to figure out how to use this thing.
Yeah.
So once I got into college, like I was just telling one of my friends one day. And he was just like, yo, get on my hook, like get on the hook of my song. I'm like, all right. So I do it, and I actually hear myself, and I was just like, wow,
Yeah.
like this is how I sound through the microphone.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, this is fun, this is cute. So somebody in the studio, they were like, yo, let's record you, like let's get your own record. I was like, okay. And they literally gave me 2 hours. I sat there 2 hours. I wrote my first song, and I didn't even think nothing of it really. I was just like,
Yeah.
okay. But once I laid the song down and everything, I went back to my college and I started performing it, just seeing if the people liked it. Like, is this even worth doing?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they liked it. They was rocking with me, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna do this for real.
Okay.
So I came home, told my mom, I was like, Mom, I want to be a singer. And she was like, don't play with me.
Right.
She was like, look, because she had her own entertainment business back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So she's already knowing the rope, knowing what it takes. Me, I'm not knowing anything. I'm just like, I want to do it because it's
She's like,
fun.
I'll do this. You got to be
Yeah,
serious about this.
she said it. She was like,
Yeah.
if I do this, you better be serious. Like, I'm not backing out. Like, you better be for real. And I was like, I'm serious. So that January, she booked me for my show. I opened at this sports bar in Middletown, New York. It's called Jay-Z Sports Bar. Shout out Jay-Z Sports Bar. I performed there first with my DJ. His name was DJ King James. I performed there, and in that August, she booked me to open up for August Alsina. So I was like, oh, I was like, okay, Mom.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dude.
Shout out to Big Moms. Right.
Yeah, shout out Creative Soulful Entertainment LLC.
Hey.
But yeah, so I was just like, wow, like this, it's fun, like I said, but I was just like kind of shocked at everything. So we've just been rolling. We've been rocking and rolling since then.
Yeah. Are you in your own way, in your own mind, are you surprised at how fast things have come for you, or was this kind of the expectation all along? And it's okay. You could do this a little bit,
I can ponder on that.
Yeah.
I would say, like, I feel like as an artist, I feel like the hunger never stops.
Okay.
So for me, I always see myself like I'm in my mind, I'm like 10 years ahead.
Yeah.
And so I am already trying to be something that nobody's thinking about right now. So I am appreciative of the success that I've seen so far. Like, I really feel like everything is really coming into plan how it should be.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes we look at things and when we don't see it actually executed the way we'd imagine, we take that as a loss, we take it as a failure. But lately, I just been looking at it and I'm like, yo, that wasn't meant for me. Like, it wasn't meant to happen right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the way it unfolded now, it unfolded so beautifully. Like, I was just like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, my biggest thing is I'm trying to stay present and appreciate the things I've come across. So I really feel like this was destined. Like, I don't know, it's weird. As a kid, I always felt like I didn't want to do anything else but be, something within the entertainment business, like singer, actress. That was really always my goal.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's really turning out the way I did want it to be on my own terms. So I love that.
Right. You mentioned something about, kind of well, let me back up. So the question is, was there a time in your career so far where you did think, okay, maybe this isn't what I need to be doing? Like, did something happen, or because I know I'm not an artist, but I know as a DJ, and you hear it with poets and stuff like that. You hear writer's block, right? As a DJ, as a DJ, sometimes for every mix that I try to put together just sounds doo doo, right? Like, and then I'm like, man, maybe this ain't for me or whatever. Like, has there been an instance or an experience you've had where you've had doubt, or you've gotten a couple no's in a row and like, okay, well, maybe this is a sign, because sometimes those things will give you that extra push to keep going, right? And you need that. And I know, again, like we said in the beginning, we're not gonna sugarcoat this. We friends, we family, right? So I know you have you have a great support system. But
Hmm.
again, in your own mind, when everything is shut off and you're finally getting a little bit of rest, what kind of goes through your head on the doubt side?
It's weird to say, but I haven't gotten to, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I haven't thought about stopping. Like, I haven't thought about, I need to take a break or this
Okay.
is too much. Like, I haven't
Right.
gotten there. Just because, like you said, like, I've been in a blessed position to where I can actually be an artist.
Yeah.
So I feel like I get to fully dedicate my life to something that I really believe that I will make it in. So I don't try to look at even quitting, because I feel like the moment you go and decide that you want to quit, tomorrow could have been the day you got lit, or you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, the day
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I have to devote myself 100%. And if I really want to see, like, I feel like if you really want to see if something is going to work, you can't not do it and then be surprised that it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's just in the cards that it's not meant for you to do. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it just, it just happens that way, where
Yeah.
you're just not gonna have it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's okay, because at least you've seen that you really put your all into something, and you realize, okay, maybe that wasn't it, but it could be a beauty in finding something else. So
Hmm.
I really don't see myself getting to that point. What I can say though is that I don't like the culture of being so critical on someone who might be up and coming, or someone who might just be starting out. Like, I think the times have been different now,
Yeah.
which kind of scares me, because I'm just like, damn, like, is it bad to, like, what do I say? Like, like, for example, I feel like I'm beautiful, right? And I don't like the nature of people, just kind of like, not saying it's happening to me, but just the nature of people attacking me because I may be feeling confident about myself, or I may be feeling
Hmm.
confident about my work. I just feel like that part just kind of makes it hard, because, like, damn, I want to enjoy this. And I want y'all to enjoy this, but there's the first thing you got to do is be negative. I don't
Yeah.
understand that. I'm just like, damn, do y'all wake up on the wrong side of the bed every day? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Right.
damn, like, I just, the song fire, but you just so mad that you just can't say it's fire. Like, why do we?
It's funny you said. I was just having that kind of conversation with someone about how people that are negative like that are usually the ones who are mad that they're not doing what you're doing,
That's the
right?
thing.
You always hear
Hmm.
people say when you give people an idea, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, this is why you shouldn't. Well, it's not that you shouldn't. It's that they might have tried and failed, right? So if they
Hmm.
can't do it, then they assuming that you can't do it. So yeah, that's it's unfortunate, but it happens.
It happens, and and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay. Like, I think the thing now too is that us as artists, we gotta also know what we're gonna be coming up against. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
gotta be able to hear those critical notes that we may not want to hear. But I look at it as a beauty in everything, because I'm just like, that's why I ask people so much, like, hey, when you listen to my music, like, really tell me in depth, why did you like the song, or why didn't you like the song? I don't want to hear, oh, I didn't like it. Like, I want to know why. Like, what made
Right.
you not like it? Or if
Right.
you do, like, I want to know, hey, it was that certain melody you put there, or it was the way you just vibed on the whole record. Like, that really means a lot to me. And I don't think people really think I don't think people think that I actually, like, appreciate the
Yeah.
feedback. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's like they're kind of like surprised that I actually
Yeah.
wanted to know what they had to say. But I just feel
Yeah.
like, what's the point of
Well,
doing
they
this if I
probably
don't?
because they know that you're an artist and you're sensitive about your shit, right?
Of course, I'm sensitive about my shit, but but you have to be
Yeah,
realistic with
yeah,
yourself,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
think
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
I
thing.
got
It's
you.
like,
Yeah,
people can't be realistic. Like, not everybody's gonna fuck with your shit.
right.
I heard people who said they don't like my music, or they don't like
Yeah,
me. And I'm
yeah,
just like, well, I can't. I'm not gonna stop making music because you don't
yeah,
like you don't
yeah.
like
I
me.
mean,
You know what I'm saying?
there's
So it's
nothing you can do
like,
about that. There's nothing you can do
Yeah,
about
you
that.
know, there's nothing I can do about that.
But on the flip side, I mean, and from where I sit, I mean, there's just the opposite. Everybody that hears the music falls in love with the music, and then what I really love about you specifically, and there's a couple other artists I could say this about too. For me, a lot of times it's more than the music, right? Your music could be great, but let's say you weren't Nyasia Chane'l. Let's say not the way you are now. Let's say you were stuck up or, wouldn't give people the time of day or had a bad attitude, then I'm probably not going to rock with you artist wise as much either because your personality stinks, right? So
Yeah.
they go hand in hand. So I think when
Mhm.
people listen to your music specifically, and then on top of your social media, which we're going to get into here in a second, and just kind of get a glimpse of your personality and how open you are with your fans, with other artists, always willing to. We talk a lot on this show on this podcast about willing to help and not gatekeeping, right? That's really a big thing.
Mhm.
And you're another one where you don't hesitate to offer help if someone needs it. You don't hesitate to, hey, try this or how did you do that? Well, this was the way, or give them some type of feedback, right? So I think
Mhm.
all of that plays into the overall brand of who you are and and not only the type of music that you put out, but your personality as well. So that's a good thing. That's a good look at
Thank
you.
you, Fontaine. Like, you had to be up.
so
I had to
so
get not big.
So I do want to get into your social media because that is a huge part of who you are and what you do as an artist. And I really want you to dig into this because the people, whoever's listening, like myself, and you know my struggle with social media and trying to, because that's another job, right? That is something that has to be consistent. The music is consistent. Social media has to be consistent. For you specifically, why so much? Um, Push on social media?
Uh, Great question. Um, it's like I feel like I had to. I'm gonna be real. The pandemic really forced me to have to rely on social media
Sure.
just because there was a point where nobody could do anything, nobody could go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
So I was like, and for me, I'm a real people person. So like, I like to be in the streets. I like to talk to people. I like to see the folks. And so I had to rely myself on social media because I'm like, damn, we are not gonna be able to get out of the house for like, and it happened like 2 years. Wasn't really able to like, you was able to get out, but like, you know.
You're right. Right.
So from there, I had to learn social media. Now, this is the thing. It's like people think, you just post one video and you're good. Like, it's like, yes, as an artist, you already have a job, but social media is a whole other job. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And
Right.
I really believe that you really have to really want it enough. Like,
Yeah.
to do it because it is challenging. It's like sometimes you'll be scrolling and be like, damn, that person got this. And you like, damn, I ain't get there yet. You know what I'm saying? And it does play mind tricks on you because it's like, even with these apps and their fluctuating
Yeah.
analytics and
Right.
different ways of promoting, different ways of exposure, it's
Yeah.
definitely challenging and disheartening too, especially if you put all your time into these bodies of work. Because I
Yeah.
feel like each video you put out is a body of your own work. Like you got
Absolutely.
better than you did the previous one.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's definitely challenging. I'm not even gonna lie because now it's like you have to get the listener to want to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, get
It's
the
okay.
listener to want to rock with you.
Yeah.
Not not only based upon your looks, but based upon, like you said, the personality goes hand in hand. The music's got to be good. The
Yeah.
message got to, it's got to have a message. And I
Yeah.
feel like we're getting into a different climate right now. I feel like people are looking for something authentic. You know what I'm saying? And because if you think about it, if you're authentic, the job is already done. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like you don't have to work as hard as composed,
Yeah.
like as opposed to being something you're not. Now you gotta, like that's why I feel like for me, I just want to remain me at all times because you can't tell me about myself if I was myself the whole time. You can't
Right.
tell me. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like,
Right.
baby, we been this way. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
So I
And
just think
people
it's
can see
cool.
through the BS. You know, people can see
Yeah,
through the BS. Yeah.
and it's okay for me because I like to, be in people's face. So for me, I'm like, we're gonna make this video right now because
Right.
they need this.
Yeah. Have
I'm
you
like,
have
they need it.
has do you get a lot of converted fans from who see your social media first, then the music? Or is it because a lot of your more often than not, your posts is mainly about your music? People hear that first and then follow you because of your social media presence, or is it a little bit of both?
It's definitely both.
Okay.
I can't sit here and say one outweighs other. Because I use my platforms differently,
Yeah.
so I think it just depends on how you promote yourself on each platform. Like, I'm my business, I'm my brand at 24/7. So whatever I do is me, you know what I'm saying? But I do know that some people like my acting and then they come into my music, you know what I'm saying? Then they figure out I'm an artist because how I was doing it at first, I was just putting out acting and stuff on one platform. So that's all they knew me for. They didn't even know me as
Right.
an artist because I didn't really try to force it down their throat
Right.
that I
Right.
was an
Right.
artist because I have other platforms where they're like, they know I'm an artist on the other platforms, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I just try to give a different perspective and of course just see for myself, like what do the people like? Do they like, you know what I'm saying? So on the platform where they know me most of my skits and stuff, I started putting my music out, they rock with me. You know what I'm saying? So it works out because I built a platform off of something else, but I'm able to still acknowledge my followers that hey, I'm an artist and I make some good music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're like, oh, okay, you can act.
Right. Right.
Hey, what? You know what
When
I'm
I,
saying?
which
So
I
it works out.
which I have to say, I mean, honestly, and this isn't because we're friends, but I mean, you do a hell of a job pushing all of that, the acting, the music, just the overall persona on social media. I mean, I think out of everybody, I might can think of maybe one or two other people that is consistent as you are, and with such a wide range that social media does bring, you can start to see the results, right? You can start to see the results. The numbers come in. I mean, people are getting paid for social media posts. So,
Yeah.
all of that is, you know, uh, all of that is the fruits that you build from such consistency in social media. I want to get into the music a little bit more because we're running low on time. But what do you? I know you're constantly putting out music. What can we look forward to hearing in the next couple of months?
Well, my music video for my single Rain is out now on
Okay.
YouTube. Make sure you guys go run the numbers up.
Mhm.
I not too long ago just dropped a record with Robert Curry. Shout out Robert Curry from Day 26.
Oh yeah.
Our record is called Reciprocation. So make sure y'all keep, running them streams up. You know what I'm saying? The song is doing really good, it's performing really well. And I've been getting a lot of great feedback from it. So I'm really excited to see what the future has to hold. But of course, like I'm gonna be dropping more music, more visuals,
Yeah.
more quality content. I'm always trying to improve myself each and every day. So, y'all just gotta rock with me, stay tuned with me to see what we really got all coming out this year. But we're gonna be stepping into some different territories.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
definitely gonna drop a body of work this year. So I just want to do it right though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Right.
definitely drop a body of work. But trust me, we got some in the tuck. We got some heat
Yeah.
that it's gonna shake up it's gonna shake them up a little.
So you got to
It's gonna
stay
come in.
tuned.
You gotta stay tuned. You gotta stay tuned. And of course, like I said, you gotta give me your feedback because this way I
Yeah.
can know like is this for you or is it not for you? Could it be
Yeah.
for somebody else? You know what I'm saying? So yep. Y'all
Yeah.
got rock on me. Y'all got tap into all my social media.
So what about touring and doing shows outside of the city? Is that something that you're kind of getting into the books for this year or a little bit or what?
Oh yes, baby. We love to go on tour. We love that. We love getting booked for shows. We love getting
Mhm.
out of the country. Whatever you need us to do when it's legal, we're gonna do it.
Not just legal.
It is legal.
So let me make this clear. You're right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
We ain't with the fugazi stuff.
Right.
We like to be legitimate now. So yeah, we're definitely open to bookings and all that. If you want to book your girl, make sure you hit up Creative Soulful Entertainment, okay? On Instagram, that's at Creative Soulful, okay? So if you want to book your girl, if you ever need me to come somewhere, even if you want me to sing at a wedding, I can sing at a wedding.
Yeah.
Just let me know the songs I got. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to be played at barbecue. We're trying to be played in elevators this year. We're trying to get played in stores. We're trying to be everywhere. We're trying to be outside.
No doubt. So I gotta ask this before we get out of here, which I ask all my artists, because again, this podcast is about also trying to help whoever's the next in line, right? So we all know that there's people that want to get to where you are, even though you feel like you might not be at the place you ultimately want to be. There's somebody like, I wish I was where Nyasia is, right? So what would you tell artists, male or female, that are looking at you and like, yo, how do we get to that part? What advice would you give these younger and inexperienced artists?
Like I always say, I would say, make sure you know your why, know your purpose, know yourself, know your worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the biggest thing, because I feel like if you're gonna be anything, even if you aren't trying to be an artist, even if you're trying to be, a painter, a poet, drummer, whatever the case may be, whatever your passion is, you got to know why you're doing it, and you got to stick to that. Because like we were talking about earlier, it's easy to get deterred from your dreams when it doesn't feel that close to you. But if you really believe in yourself and you feel it, you gotta feel it. You know what I'm saying? That means feel it as far as being devoted and dedicated. Like, being dedicated and disciplined is the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have discipline, you're not gonna know how to really hone in on creating your own success and changing your own reality and your path. So I feel like if you just know your why, why you make music, and you really feel like that's something that God is destined, or even if you don't go that way, even if you feel like you deserve that in that light, you gotta know, I make music because it makes me happy. It makes me feel good. I don't care if you like it, you don't like it. I'm making it because I do it. And that's how I go about it for me. I'm like, I'm doing it because it's fun to me. It's great. I love it. I love challenging myself.
Yeah. So, got to do it.
Know your why.
Yeah. Got to do what makes you feel good. All right. So here's the challenging part. All right. Drop all your social media. How can you be reached? Drop the Creative Soulful for bookings. Just go at it. This is another whole segment by itself. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so boom. First, check out my website. We just rebranded my website. Check it out at www.nyasiachanel.com. On there, you can see everything that I have going on. You can see my merch. You can see my music. You can see where I'm touring, where I'm doing shows at. Everything is on there. And if you sign up, you can become into my members only. Click, okay? So that means anything I got going on, you're going to be the first one to know. If I got a new music video, you're going to be the first one to see it, okay? And it's for $3.99. So that's what y'all got to do. www.nyasiachanelmusic.com. There you can see where I am everywhere. On social media, you can check out me on Instagram. That's Nyasia_Chane'l_ X, Nyasia_Chane'l_ TikTok, Nyasia Chane'l. And I have a music page as well, Nyasia Chane'l Music. So check that out too. And my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We trying to get to 10, beyond 10K. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get over there. You know what I'm saying? So check me out on YouTube, Nyasia Chane'l, and Facebook at It's Nyasia Chane'l. And I think I covered everything.
I think so. I think you got it. I think you got everything. If not, I'll put it in the description. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and bookings. Hit up Creative Soulful on IG, or you can check out her email, www.creativesoulfulentertainment@gmail.com. Hit them up, bookings, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. Let me know, let my manager know, you know what I'm saying.
Rocking and rolling.
And Yeah, we rock and rolling.
No
We
doubt.
outside. Thank you, Swamp Thing, for
Listen,
even taking the time to talk to me.
of
And thank
course.
you to people who's watching. Thank you so much.
Listen, thank you. Like I said, you are just awesome. Continue doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Rock out. This is What's Your Hustle, provided by Always Working Radio. I'm your man, DJ Swamp Thing. We out.
Bye.